We are learning more about the suspect who held 4 people hostage at a Texas synagogue on Saturday. The FBI identified the suspect as British national Malik Faisal Akram. The 44-year-old armed suspect was killed after an 11-hour standoff with the FBI. All of the hostages were freed and unharmed. British police are also involved in the investigation. They have arrested 2 teenagers in connection with the incident. Rabbi Charlie Citron Walker says he took the suspect into the congregation during service, believing the man needed shelter.
Some of his story didn't quite add up, so I was a little bit curious, but that's not necessarily an uncommon thing. It was during prayer. While we were praying, and my back was turned, we faced towards Jerusalem when we pray. Right before he revealed himself, but this was, plenty of time in. I heard a click, and it could have been anything, and it turned out that it was his gun.
And for more on this, I want to bring in CBS News Homeland Security and Justice reporter Nicole Sganga. Hi, Nicole. So what new information are we learning about those 11 hours, terrifying hours of the standoff, and how those 4 hostages made it out?
Yeah, and Tanya, you heard the rabbi there describe that horrifying scene while members of Beth Israel congregation actually watched in terror as fellow congregants were taken hostage during that live stream service on Saturday. That stream ended a few hours into negotiation, and Rabbi Charlie Citron Walker, who was leading his congregation in prayer, you heard him say, he revealed in a statement that if he had not received training and guidance from FBI and law enforcement, he may not be alive today. We heard directly from the rabbi on CBS Mornings about also his heroic escape from that synagogue, ushering other congregants out the door as tensions heightened. I want you to take a listen.
When I saw an opportunity where he wasn't in a good position, I made sure that the 2 gentlemen who were still with me, that they were ready to go. The exit wasn't too far away. I told them to go. I threw a chair at the gunman, and I headed for the door. And all 3 of us were able to get out without even a shot being fired.
And Tanya, the Secretary of Homeland Security, Alejandro Mayorkas, has confirmed that Beth Israel was a recipient of a federal grant from FEMA. It's called the Nonprofit Security Grant Program. It offers funding for physical security enhancements for at-risk organizations, trainings like, the ones that the rabbi mentioned. Other houses of worship and religious institutions can apply. Now, $180 million was allotted in 2021 as part of that program, but now the DHS secretary is really calling on Congress to increase that pool of money, saying yesterday it's not nearly enough to meet the demand.
Okay, so backing up into a possible motive for all of this, who is Afia Siddiqui, and what does she have to do with this hostage situation?
Yeah, it's a great question, Tanya. And officials say that 44-year-old Malik Faisal Akram, the hostage taker here, repeatedly asked negotiators for the release of Afia Siddiqui, who is currently in federal prison in Texas for the attempted murder of U.S. forces in Afghanistan. In a statement, Siddiqui's lawyers denounced the hostage situation, calling the hostage taker wicked and suggesting, that he undermined their own legal efforts. But Afia Siddiqui's case has long rallied support and even motivated sympathizers of jihad and other conspiracists, including accused militants within the United States. A man named Abdurraham Sheikh Muhammad, a naturalized U.S. citizen living in Ohio who had been trained in Syria with Jabhat al-Nusra, was sentenced in 2018 actually to 22 years in prison after federal law enforcement unraveled his plot to fly to Texas and try to negotiate Siddiqui's release by holding civilians or soldiers hostage. This, Tanya, is in part why law enforcement has expressed concerns of some sort of copycat attack in the wake of these 2, incidents, and why they're monitoring 24/7 to ensure a motivated or inspired attack does not happen. And if there's one planned, they can put an end to it.
And Nicole, can you give us some insight into how U.S. and U.K. law enforcement are working together on this case?
Yeah, well, the UK Home Secretary Priti Patel spoke with DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas today. Patel offered her full support to the ongoing U.S. investigation, and that cooperation is really essential to U.S. investigators understanding the hostage taker's full motive here. We know that Akram was banned from a local courthouse in his Blackburn community in northern England, due to his outbursts about September 11th. We also know that 2 teenagers have been arrested in England as part of this ongoing investigation into the hostage-taking incident. Greater Manchester Police in the UK saying it's liaisoning with local communities and continuing to assist in the U.S. investigation here.
And Nicole, speaking of Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas, you spoke with him yesterday about the threat environment moving forward, especially for places of worship. Can you tell us a little more about that conversation?
Yeah, the secretary, Tanya, told me yesterday that federal law enforcement is not aware at this time of any specific nor credible threat against other places of worship or institutions related to the incident in Colleyville, Texas, but they're on the lookout. The secretary said federal law enforcement is monitoring social media traffic for indications of an inspired copycat event, adding that, an event like this highlights and underscores the need for continued vigilance by the law enforcement community. He also told journalists yesterday that he called the wife of Congregation Beth Israel's rabbi on Saturday. At that time, she was surrounded by leaders of all faiths. And the secretary also spoke with Sheikh Omar Suleiman, president of the Islamic Research Institution, the Yaqeen Institute, who was sitting next to the rabbi's wife. He called that gathering of religious leaders a shining example of a fundamental principle that an act of hate, an act of violence that targets a particular group victimizes us all. And it's really fitting on a day like today, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day, reminded me actually of a quote from the iconic Reverend that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Still continuing in that pursuit of justice, obviously, Tanya.
Absolutely perfect use of that quote. Nicole Sganga, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.